Hello and welcome Universe Mode. This is Night Raw. We are on the road to the Royal Rumble, of course, and, well, tonight promises to make sure that we are well and truly not only on the road to it, but we are smashing down the front door, and we are speeding down the highway towards the Royal Rumble here in Buffalo. Tonight promises to have a huge main event and a huge card stacked throughout it. At some point tonight, I don't know why I'm saying that, but later on tonight, we will have the United States Championship defended. Kassius Ohno will look to try and take the title away from Cody Rhodes. Ohno gave him a week's notice. Rhodes is now ready to defend his championship on the road towards the Royal Rumble. Question is, though, can Cody Rhodes overcome Kassius Ohno and head into that pay-per-view as champion, or is Ohno, in his short career here, his short tenure here on Raw, on his way to a title already? We'll find out about that later on tonight. But speaking of later on tonight, we're going to talk about the main event, and what a main event it's going to be. After what happened last week, my goodness, are we in for a big one. For the first time since Armageddon, Jinder Mahal will be in action, but he will also be in the ring with Adam Cole and Triple H. Triple H, of course, defeated Adam Cole last week through the assistance of Jinder Mahal. And, well, Jinder has made a certain enemy out of Adam Cole. These two men despise one another, but Triple H believes he deserves to be in this hunt as much as everyone else, given what he has been able to prove and given the fact that he last week beat Adam Cole. Whether or not he will be able to live up to that, we'll find out in the main event. Well, that's going to be a big one, and we're starting off big as well, as we're going to find out 4 of the participants in the from Raw in the Royal Rumble. Yes, it is going to be 4 revealed here tonight and 4 revealed next week. Raw is actually not going to get 10 picks, surprisingly enough, and the reason for that is simple. After winning last year's Royal Rumble with Tyler Breeze, Raw has to make the chances of a different brand winning it this year a little bit more fair. Raw has had 2 picks taken away from it, and those will actually be surprise picks that we won't find out until the very night. So ECW and SmackDown have not had those picks added. We both have 10. Raw has 8, allowing 2 quote-unquote surprise entrants. Whether or not there'll be more, I guess we'll find out on the night if anyone will give up a pick for it. But here tonight, we see the first of Raw's choices. That man right there, Daniel Bryan. After his win at Armageddon, it's no real surprise that he is going to be going into this one. And I think it is a very interesting and exciting time for him. Daniel Bryan showing at Armageddon that he still has what it takes to belong here on Monday Night Raw. And a Royal Rumble win is one of the very few things in this universe that Daniel Bryan hasn't had in his career. I wonder if he'll be looking to make that a thing here in the Royal Rumble now, just under 3 weeks away. Well, I guess we'll find out, because he'll also be joined by last year's Royal Rumble winner, looking to make it 2 on the bounce, looking for back-to-back victories. It is Tyler Breeze. Imagine the story that would be if Breeze headed into another Royal Rumble and won it again. That would be a story for the ages. No man has won the Royal Rumble more than once. We've had 4 Royal Rumbles with 4 individual winners: Samoa Joe, Austin Aries, Wade Barrett, and of course that man there, Tyler Breeze. Could Breeze become the first man to win back-to-back Rumbles? We will find out on that night, but as for right now, he's looking to try and get on the bounce back from last week. Last week, of course, Tyler Breeze was beaten by the villain Martin Scurll in a very entertaining matchup. Even showed Scurll some respect post-match by shaking his hand. But here tonight, Tyler Breeze is going to do battle with actually an old foe in Daniel Bryan. The first title defense of Tyler Breeze's tenure as world champion was against Daniel Bryan and forced him to submit to the Yes Lock, a move that he would use throughout the summer, and I believe he used it to defeat Dolph Ziggler on an episode of Raw once. A part of me that believes that he actually won it. He actually won it with the Yes Lock to regain the world title on an episode of Raw, though I'm not 100% sure about that one. Don't quote me. I can't remember if the title changed hands on Raw or not. I'm just that good. Anyway, yeah, we head into this one now. This one should be interesting now that we got half the field decided. Who's the other half going to be, though, is the big question. Think about it. There's a lot of names on this roster who it could be. You know, maybe it could be Marty Scurll out next. Maybe it could be Randy Orton. Well, it'll be neither of them. It'll be a man who we have not seen in a very long time, but is still making sure to be recognized as a member of the Monday Night Raw roster. It is Sting. Now that is a strong choice for the Rumble. Sting was not in last year's one. No, Sting has had the chance to be in 2 Rumbles now. He was not in the one in 2016 as he was World Heavyweight Champion at that point. In 2017, I do not believe Sting was in that one either. Though the reason for why he wasn't, because of some ongoing storyline at that moment in time, I believe was the reasoning behind it. But now we are past that and we are here with Sting entering his first Royal Rumble in this universe. The former World Heavyweight Champion could look to make this the Rumble that no one will forget. Look to bring 2 wins on the trot home to Raw and look to bring home his first. It has been a long time since Sting took on the World Champion. That was Dolph Ziggler back in September, I believe. And, well, the main event of WrestleMania is somewhere that Sting has not touched, though he has been in some big-time matches. And, oh boy, well, he may well have a title match scheduled before the Royal Rumble, but it doesn't seem as if that's going to get in the way of things for him. The 4th member of the Royal Rumble that we know of for Monday Night Raw is The Undertaker. Oh, that has changed things up big time. One half of the World Tag Team Champions, himself and his brother Kane, will face the Bryan, Kendrick and Diesel a few weeks from now. I think 2 weeks from now for the World Tag Team titles, and that is a very serious look on the face of The Undertaker as he gets ready to head towards the ring here. A member of the Brood, of course. And made sure to be, and of course we are put into notice week in and week out to remember that Undertaker is not his own serving man, or whatever you want to say. He is under the guiding light of Mordecai, in quotation marks, but Undertaker and his main purpose is the same as it always has been. If anyone gets on the wrong side of the dead man, they will pay for it. And it looks as if there are 3 people in this ring right now who could well be paying for their sins. And along with that, Undertaker looks as if he'll have 29 other men who could be paying for their sins come the Royal Rumble. This one is certainly a hot fire way to kick things off on Monday Night Raw. So without further ado, let's get to it. 4 world champions in this ring. Sting, Bryan, Breeze, World Heavyweight Champions. Undertaker, WWE Champion. All 4 of these men have been on the grandest stage of them all, but only one of them has won a title on the grandest stage of them all. Sting has had 2 WrestleMania matches, is actually 0-2 at the event. Would lose his first one to Finn Balor in an iconic matchup between those 2 men that really capped off a feud that had been going on for months on end. And then at last year's WrestleMania, he was defeated, I believe. No, last year's WrestleMania, he wasn't on it. My apologies. No, he was on it. I believe he teamed with that man there, Daniel Bryan, to try and take the World Tag Team titles away from the Bullet Club, and proved unsuccessful. Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania, I will actually be wrong about winning a title. He won a tag team title with Dolph Ziggler at WrestleMania. However, on his own, he retained the World Heavyweight Championship, so I was very wrong about Bryan. A good record at WrestleMania for Bryan. If I remember right there, I think it is 2-2. Bryan has competed on every single WrestleMania we've had in this universe, and has walked out of the winner on 2 occasions, both of those occasions being for titles. And as for Tyler Breeze, well, he's appeared on 2 actually, and Breeze will head into WrestleMania with a perfect record as well, 2-0. He won the United States Championship in his first WrestleMania, and then the World Heavyweight Championship at last year's WrestleMania. Undertaker, I believe, 1-0, I think. I don't believe he's had any more matches than that one. Although I could be wrong. I don't remember for certain. But anyway, enough about their things at WrestleMania. It's pointless talking about WrestleMania. We've still got the Royal Rumble to get to. Fact of the matter is, all these men are World Heavyweight Champions at some point in their career. 2 of these men have been World Tag Team Champions. And I believe 2 of them as well have held the United States Championship as well. But what we're focusing on right now is the action in and out of the ring. Breeze having Undertaker's number on the outside, and Sting, well, for the most part, having Daniel Bryan's on the inside. It's a bit difficult to pay attention to both of them. Bryan, oh, there's a supermodel kick on the outside by Breeze. Falls count anywhere, as they always do when it comes to multi-man matches in this universe. Into the cover goes Breeze. Imagine if he beat the Undertaker with that one. That would have been huge. Amazing how, kind of far away these 2 men are. Oh, hang on. I was going to say how far away these 2 battles are, but that has changed now. Bryan on the outside, unloading away with the kicks into the chest. This has left those 2 men to rekindle something that they had at the start of the year. And meanwhile, we have the Undertaker and Sting going at it in the ring. No, we don't. Bryan wants a piece of the Undertaker now. Or was that a mistake? I'm not too sure. Sting and Undertaker are going to go at it. 2 similar in their own way. Oh, there's a running elbow there by Bryan. And both men want a piece of Sting here. Only one of them's going to get it. And it's going to be the Undertaker. Incoming for Sting. Tombstone pile driver. Into the cover. Finally, the referee gets to count in, and Bryan gets into saving the matchup for him and everyone else. And then digs a knee into Sting for the fuck of it. Well, all 4 men have returned to the ring now. The chaos ensuing in this one. It is all over the place. Look at this by Sting. Meanwhile, lovely atomic drop there on the money on Undertaker on the outside right now. What are we seeing here between Breeze and Bryan? Look at those clubbing blows to the back though by Undertaker in the ring meanwhile. Oh, what a strike that one was by the dead man. Has Sting up on the top rope here. Sting pulls out the reversal. Up high now. Oh, big leaping clothesline by Sting, who's calling up to his feet. Yeah. Sting out all of a sudden. Could be looking to win this one over the Undertaker. Can he pick up a win over one half of the Tag Team Champions? Scorpion Death Drop. It has been a long time since we've seen Sting, and imagine what a comeback it would be to pick up the win here over the Undertaker. Into the cover with 1, with 2. Undertaker kicks out, unprettier by Tyler Breeze, and into the cover he goes now. But Sting is in to break it up before the count can even be made. Oh, that was dangerous there. On 2 accounts, Taker kicked out, but Bryan had to be saved by Breeze. Whether or not he would have been able to make the pin is a different question in itself. But right now, this one continues on in the ring with all 4 men here unloading away on one another. Back to the starting lineups. Sting and Bryan. Breeze and Taker. Bryan rolling out to the apron here to recover for a moment. This will allow Breeze to hit the supermodel kick. No, it won't, because Undertaker counted him. Over the top rope and to the outside, it will not be, as there's a hard counter from Taker. Oh God, Undertaker with Breeze in his clutches. The choke slam to the two-time World Heavyweight Champion. And now he is just having his way, essentially, with Breeze. Bryan unloading away on Sting here. Hard suplex there, and here goes Bryan now. The kicks into the chest, but he may want to pay attention to what's going on just behind him. Undertaker has Breeze here. Tombstone on its way. Tombstone pile driver, and Sting pulls himself up to his feet just to make sure that nothing would happen. And now Sting going after Breeze. Clotheslines to Breeze, who's well busted open right now. That tombstone causing a huge open wound. Stinger splash. Bryan and Taker are both down, but Breeze is still fighting here. Drapes an arm over him, looking to try and put him away, and he didn't get what he wanted there. Oh man, this one is really starting to heat up here. With all the parties involved, anyone will do anything for victory, it seems. But Sting could be extra close. Scorpion death drop again. This time to Breeze. Bryan's not paying attention. He's too busy kicking lumps out of the Undertaker. And Sting will pick up the win because of it. Capitalizing on an excellent moment did the Stinger. And that is why he is your winner here tonight. Pinning last year's Royal Rumble winner. Just to make sure that his return is oh so sweet. A big win there for Sting, and one that he can certainly be proud of himself for. That was a high-octane way to kick things off on Monday Night Raw. 100 miles an hour from the get-go. I said we're speeding on the road to the Royal Rumble. Well, this fatal four-way certainly helped to prove my point. A great way to kick things off. Breeze had lumps beaten out of him and was busted open, but fought until the very end. Bryan maybe letting his rage get the best of him. That's something he shouldn't. He will 100% have to make sure doesn't happen at the Royal Rumble. There we go. There was that. That was a very high-octane way to kick things off on Raw. We're going to continue on now because coming up next we have the Undertaker's brother Kane in action against the other half, against the one half of the team who will be challenging for their tag team titles 2 weeks from now, and of course being Diesel. Well, here we go. We've seen one half of the Brood in action already. Now it's time for the next half, and they're going to have a bit of a preview to that tag team title matchup, which I think should be an interesting one in many cases. This is going to be a bit of a preview, a bit of a taster, warm-up, a big horse match at the same time as well as everything else that I've just said. This is Diesel and Kane. These are two of the hardest hitting men on the Raw brand, and certainly two of the largest as well. They go all out from bell to bell with one thing in mind, and that is getting victory. We've seen Diesel recently. He went ham on Daniel Bryan before Armageddon. Try and soften up for that man there, the Bryan Kendrick. And while that did not work out the way they wanted it to when the event rolled around, the fact of the matter remains the same. Putting it simply, it was a hard beatdown by Diesel on both occasions that they met in the ring. But as for here tonight, I think it is going to be more than a hard beatdown needed to even think about trying to put away Kane. A man who, of course, unlike The Undertaker, will do anything and everything to serve his leader, Mordecai. I believe this is... I was about to say, is this the first time we've seen him in action? It is not. It is one of the first times we've seen him in action. I think it's the first time we've seen Kane in singles action since he won that belt, and you can see by the way he comes towards the ring with Mordecai accompanying him how comfortable he feels with that belt around his waist and how right he feels with a part of the Brood as well. This is, of course, a polar opposite, essentially, to The Undertaker. A man who wants nothing to do with the Mordecai outside of that tag team. He's only here because he couldn't save his brother. Whereas Kane and Rosemary have been brainwashed to the teachings of Mordecai, The Undertaker has not. But however, there is nothing he can do, because if he risks enraging, if he risks trying to go against Mordecai, his brother will attack him. His brother will turn against him. We've seen that happen once already. The Undertaker is pretty much stuck between a rock and a hard place when it comes to the Brood. But he is certainly not going to be getting involved in the way of this one, as Kane and Diesel lock horns here. Let's get this one underway. I hope we're ready for a hard... just expect a lot of strikes, a lot of hits, and a lot of bruising to emerge from this one. If you wanted high-octane technical wrestling, if you wanted some great back... if you wanted some proper, 5-star pure wrestling kind of matchup, some strong style or anything along those lines, well, you can certainly not expect that to be coming from this matchup. If you were looking for an all-out brawl, though, between two huge men who are not afraid to put anything out there in an attempt to win, well, you've come to the right place. Look at this by Diesel. Oh my god, just launching Kane over his head there with that one. Into the nerve grip there, which has of course gone magma. And oh my god, he didn't sweep the leg away from him there, Kane didn't. He punched the leg away from Diesel. And while the Bryan Kendrick may well be a ringside for Diesel, I think the man who is at ringside for the Big Red Machine is far more pivotal. Mordecai has had his part to play in far more than one match, and certainly brings out a much harder side of Kane when he's there at ringside. Look at this by Kane now, pummeling those elbows into the side of Diesel's head. Damaging the I guess you could say the... Oh my god, the ropes just caved in, the ropes essentially caving in there from both men. What I was going to say was the velocity basically that these strikes are coming in at them, the force that they have behind them is what makes them that bit more worse. And especially the man who's doing them as well. Right now, I was about to say Diesel's struggling a little bit. There we go, and he returns the favor there with these triple elbows now into the head. If this is one thing that it is not, I don't think it's going to really make a difference, win or lose, heading into that title match between these two teams. They both are willing, these two men are both willing to beat 7 shades of black into one another, essentially, in the attempt to be the winner. I would be surprised if even Kane, even with his mask, if he was able to walk out of this unscathed. That would be a story in itself. There's the hard punch there by Diesel into the cover right after it, but no, Kane was pretty much tangled up underneath the ropes there. However, what usually follows up after that is the jackknife powerbomb, but that is not in the mindset of Kane as he hits that reverse DDT there. And now here goes Kane, turning things around. Big time elbow drop there, even jumped up for it just for extra punishment. And the strength of the Big Red Machine now to hit that. Absolutely incredible, essentially, to see something like that arriving. And Kane going up to the top rope here. We've seen him hit this before. It should come as no surprise what'll be up next. Diesel dazed and confused. The top rope clothesline by Kane. And he is primed and ready for victory in this one. This is why the Brood are the unstoppable team on Monday Night Raw and this universe as a whole. For reasons like this. Chokeslam from hell. Into the cover. Kendrick can only watch on right now as Kane defeats Diesel. That was billed as a hard-fought matchup, and it delivered as one. It was certainly, not going to be a 10-minute back-and-forth pure wrestling display, but for the minutes that it went on, my goodness, did they just lob strikes into one another. I don't think this makes a blind bit of difference, that title matchup, but one thing that I certainly think is that both men have left their mark on one another ahead of said matchup. Kane, however, your winner here tonight, and Mordecai certainly seems pleased about that as he watches on. There is your winner, the Big Red Monster, the Big Red Machine, whatever you want to call him. He is your winner in this one. And the Brood looking a little bit stronger heading into their title match, but like I said, I don't think in terms of momentum this one matters too strongly. Well, there you go, victory for Kane, and what a hard fought win it was. Well, there we go. We're going to go from one side of the wrestling scheme, of the wrestling schism, to the other. We go from the hard-fought striking to what should be a great back-and-forth technical matchup. Coming up next, the United States Championship is on the line, as we will see Kassius Ohno look to try and take it away from Cody Rhodes. Now, without further ado, let's get right into this thing. Cody Rhodes said that he wasn't... For a surprise, he didn't really want to do the whole title setup thing. He believes this is a matchup about respect. They already know what is at stake and they want to get right into it. Both men are hungry to get their hands on the other. Cody Rhodes has said that he has no hard feelings towards Kassius Ohno, and he is willing to put everything on the line to try and retain his title here tonight. And Ohno let it know last week that he thinks he is at home here on Monday Night Raw, and he wanted to reward everyone for helping him, for welcoming him so strongly. And this is what he had in mind as his way of saying thank you. This matchup here tonight against Cody Rhodes promises to be a big one. These are two men who know the rules of the ropes almost as good as anyone else. These are two men who have traveled long and far to make their careers what they are today. And these are two men who, if you strip everything away from them about their character, about who they are, they share the same thing. They both love professional wrestling. And that is what they're going to fight for here tonight, pretty much over everything else, is their love for this sport, which promises to make this match that little bit more special. Rhodes, since winning that championship in October, has seen off challenges from all places. He's seen off the likes of Tyler Breeze. He's seen off James Storm, of course, his latest open challenge 2 weeks ago. The night after, actually. Defending the championship against Tyler Breeze at Armageddon. He then went ahead and defended it again against James Storm. Who else does he have going for him? Who else has he defeated to retain that title? I'm trying to think of a few names right now off the top of my head, and I wish I could, but like I said, there's not gonna be any setting up for this one. We're just gonna get right into it, because that is what both men want to do. They want to fight to be United States champion. Well, that is what we're gonna get going from the start. Collar elbow tie between both men here. That hammerlock's now stitched in by Kassius. Ohno was in by Rhodes, but got countered. Really wrenching on it here as Rhodes is looking to find a way out of it. And indeed he does. Pulls him down here into an armbar position. Can he get Ohno in it? He cannot. Ohno gets himself out of it, and it is a stalemate there as Ohno now backs up Rhodes into the corner. Will we see a bit of respect by both men? Of course we will. Clean break. And the crowd applauding that one here in Buffalo. But here we go. Rhodes now ready to go to work. Ready to get this one underway. Good counter there though by Ohno. Moved out of the spinning uppercut, and Rhodes could well pay for it. It'll be interesting to see how Ohno will tackle this matchup. What he will use to try and get the win in this one. Rhodes is, of course, someone who, the moment he found out this match was happening, he found whatever he could to study Kassius Ohno, and he studied him inside and out. Looked at how he competes in that ring, his strengths and weaknesses, and he's going to look to try and use that to his advantage here tonight to walk out still the United States champion. Ohno, though, of course, has done exactly the same with Rhodes, and seen probably how resilient this man is, how far this man will go to retain that title. And in a big match title situation, how he will do anything and everything to win it. Lovely move there by Cody. Leaping cutter and into an early count. And wow, I don't even think he got one off of that one. Ohno is fighting strong at the start, but so is Rhodes here. As both men, they had their feeling out process, and it ended basically in a stalemate. But look at this now. Cravat suplex there by Kassius Ohno. Certainly hitting some harder moves than Rhodes is, who had to evade there by going out to the ring. Great respect there by Ohno, though. Didn't do anything, just waited for him to come back in the ring. And we continue the match on here. I do believe that this one will be changing back and forth quite a few times in this matchup. The person in control is going to change quite a few times. We're going to see quite a few near falls, I imagine, as well. We saw Ohno last week when taking on Randy Orton, kick out of the RKO. And in his first match on Raw against The Miz was busted open, so already he's got kind of his tales of the war that he's had on Raw, but this is going to be a much bigger war, I imagine, than any he's been in before. But here we go now. Rhodes going to go up to the top rope here. Went for the moonsault, and Ohno saw it incoming. This one is a great back and forth matchup thus far. Both these men, they're trying to go for a bit of psychology. They're trying to think tactically about what they want to do, but they just can't, because, well, both men are just going all out in this one to try and get the win. There's no real pacing, there's no real plan. There's just try and wear the other opponent out and get your finishing move in first to win that title. Ohno going to look for another suplex here. Way up in the air, but Rhodes with a great counter. And now a reverse Hurricanrana, spiking Ohno on the top of his head there, and Rhodes will immediately look to capitalize. Into the cover, doesn't hook the legs. I think that was why Ohno kicked out as easy as he did. And now what are we going to see here? Rhodes with Ohno in his clutches. Going to take him to the ropes here. Looking and lined up for one. Will hit the disaster kick into Ohno. Will it be enough to retain his title here? Into the cover he goes with one, with two, and Ohno kicked out there. Rhodes at Armageddon went through a complete war with Tyler Breeze. An incredible back and forth wrestling match at the end of it all to retain his United States Championship. Could we be witnessing another one of those here tonight? I guess that is something that will have answered for us. But look at this by Ohno. What a powerbomb that one was, as he has suddenly turned this match back into how he wanted it to go. And now as Ohno looks to really try and turn this match around here, striking Rhodes to the outside. And kind of surprisingly, we are going to go to the outside in this one. Despite these two having respect for one another, it seems as if Ohno is trying to think up anything and everything to become champion. But that is not what Rhodes is about. Surprisingly, Rhodes the one returning us to the ring here. The respect from Rhodes continuing on. Up to the top rope now goes Rhodes. Ohno staggering a little bit. And oh my god, went for the Hurricanrana. Oh, he caught him though. He caught him and hangs about to dry there. With a big time stun gun. What a counter there by Kassius Ohno. This one, like I said, if it was going to be real back and forth, well, it's proving itself to be just that. Into the cover now goes Ohno. Looking to put away Rhodes here. Rhodes kicking out real early on. Oh, what a stiff kick in the back there for Rhodes to endure. What's Ohno got in mind here now? Does he have anything in mind? He's just going on walkies. Literally pacing himself back and forth maybe, waiting for him to get back up to his feet. Down with a snapmare and... oh, what a kick in the side. And look at this. Interesting. Got the arms trapped around him there. And his knee digging into the back as well. A tough predicament for Rhodes to get out of. But Rhodes knows that every counter in the book and is able to get himself out of that one for certain. And this time he nails the spinning European uppercut. Great kicks and strikes being unloaded throughout this matchup so far by Cody Rhodes. But he's looking to continue it on here with something a little bit more unorthodox. Walks the ropes and hits the Hurricanrana. If Ohno wants to win this one, he's going to need something big real soon. He sends Rhodes into the... oh, he sends Rhodes into the turnbuckle, and this could be something big on the way. Rhodes in trouble here. He doesn't seem to have much response right now. Perhaps a little bit worn out from everything he went for. Superplex by Ohno. And he's going for the cover. Can it guide him to the US title? It will not. It won't even guide him to a 2 count. But Rhodes in big time trouble here. His arm trapped behind his back. Meanwhile, down on the forearm goes the boot. That is going to do some damage. And Ohno now looks to be in the driver's seat of this one. Can it guide him to the US title this time round? Rhodes stumbling up to his feet. Ohno here. Discus big boot. He looks almost out of it. Ohno thinks it's enough. Will it be? It will not. Again, Rhodes kicks out. And Ohno will go back to the arm for a moment here. Trying to think up everything and anything before looking to finish this match off with a KO. But can he survive that long? Will Rhodes find a way to walk out of this one the winner before then? Down with a snapmare. And no messing around, a hard elbow into the skull. Ohno looking for another hard elbow this time. He brings him in, looking for it, and he gets it. KO in the back of the head. Look at the way Cody caves in. Essentially going limp from the effect of it. Ohno wasting no time. Will this be what wins him the title? Into the cover. 1, 2. Oh my goodness, Cody kicked out at 2. And Ohno 100% cannot believe that. He thought it was 3. I think there was a great deal of people in the crowd who thought it was 3 as well, but Cody showed that it was 2. And look at this now. Finally, some life coming back into the US champion, but it's only temporary. Ohno once again shutting it down here. Rhodes does a great job there to roll himself out of the way. And look at this now, Crucifix looking to try and do anything to retain. There's the cover. There's a 2 count. That was smart though by Rhodes. Trying to outstrike Ohno there in a moment, and that just did not work. Here we go. This one's going to do some damage. Cross-arm powerbomb. And another one lands on the money. Oh, and speaking of another one, this one could be it. Ohno in position once again. Oh, he didn't even go for the discus. That time just caught him with all of the big boot. And into the cover he goes. Look at that by Rhodes. I don't know if that was almost like a relapse effect or not, but he kicked out right away, and he's going to look for it again. Another KO. No! Rhodes reverses it. Rhodes reverses, and now Rhodes. Alabama slam to Ohno. He drags him into the middle of the ring. Cody calling him to his feet here. Will he pick up the win with this one? Brings him up, and down with the crossroads. One moment, he was half a second away from losing that title. But the next, it looks as if he's going to cling on to it. Into the cover. 1, 2, 3. Oh my goodness, it ain't 3. Ohno kicks out at 2. And Rhodes. What does he do now to win this one? He has tried everything here, and Ohno still stands, though maybe for not much longer. Here we go again with a crossroads. Trying anything and everything in his mind to hope that the element of surprise can be the one to end it. There's the cover, there's the count, and he kicks out again. Cody Rhodes is trying everything to put him away here. And Kassius Ohno is essentially saying, hell no, he ain't giving in. Rhodes trying to use his expertise to his advantage there, but it's Ohno with a hard counter. Quick cover here after everything Rhodes has been through. No, it's not going to be enough. Hard kick in the back there by Ohno. Looks for the double axe handle. Rhodes countered. Rhodes with another opening. 3rd time's the charm, maybe. A 3rd crossroads. Jesus Christ. So many hard-hitting moves, but I feel like this is the one to end it, to retain his US title. Cody Rhodes has done it. What a contest by both men. Rhodes from minute 1 right until the final bell had to give it everything to retain that title, and he's done it here to... Whoa, no time to celebrate though, not even time to grab your title, because here comes the cowboy, James Storm, going after Cody. Been 2 weeks since he lost his matchup, been 2 weeks since Storm unsuccessfully challenged for that title, and he's giving Rhodes no time to recover. Going right for him here for whatever reason. Rhodes trying to fight back right now after that grueling matchup, but James Storm is interested in only one thing, and that's himself. Backstabber by Storm. And here we go, James Storm now in position. Not going to go for the last call, but the 8-second ride will connect. James Storm floors Cody Rhodes, and he seems awfully pleased with himself. Well, James Storm is more than pleased with himself. He's going to continue talking here, saying that 2 weeks ago, Cody Rhodes got lucky. Cody Rhodes fluked his way to retaining that title. Everyone knows it, and James Storm certainly knows it, and he won't stand for it. And so he's put out a simple challenge for even Rhodes to understand. He retained his title here tonight. Congratulations. If he wants to prove he's a real champion, accept James Storm's challenge. and defend the belt against him at the Royal Rumble. James Storm wants the belt from Rhodes by any means necessary, even going as far as putting a challenge out there. At the Royal Rumble, James Storm wants to compete against Cody Rhodes, and he certainly has sent his message in more ways than one here tonight. Well, we'll have to wait until next week to get a response from Rhodes. I don't think he's in much of a state right now to give his response towards the challenger. But speaking of champions, here comes the Raw Women's Champion, Rosemary, towards the ring. She's going to do battle against Natalya here to... Oh, maybe she ain't. Oh, come on, we don't get any room to breathe on Raw right now. This is where things have hit the fan. Here comes Paige from behind. The former Raw Women's Champion is going after the woman who beat her for the belt at Armageddon. Paige made a return last week and made sure to note that she was coming to get hers back from Rosemary, and she's wasted little time in making sure that that is true. The belt into the face there of Rosemary, and these two women are going off on a brawl. These two women have unfinished business to settle, and Paige, with the upper hand, is certainly using it to her advantage on Rosemary. Oh, but look at this. Rosemary has come exploding back here with strikes unloading onto Paige. These two women will leave nothing at bay with one another. And now look at the mindset of Rosemary. She's making Paige come to her. She is making the Raw Women's Champion come towards her. That match with Natalya is well and truly off the cards. But this one here between these two is just going to be a brawl. And here goes Paige now. She crawled to where Rosemary was, and now we're getting a brawl in the ring between these two women. Take down there and slamming her head into the mat. Now the Raw Women's Champion. These two are leaving nothing at bay with one another. Each of these strikes that is pounded into the other is due to the hatred they share. This has become more than about the Bullet Club and the Brood. This is about two women who want to prove which one is the most dominant. This is about two women who want to believe which one is the better. And they will do anything and everything to let their case be true. Rosemary there went for a dropkick off the second rope and missed it. Paige now looking to provide a further beating. She wants no part of the ring, and we go back to the outside here. The official following this, trying in any way he possibly can to separate these two women from one another, but that ain't gonna work. Not by a long shot. Paige now unloading into Rosemary. Good God. This is the complete lack of respect from both women that we've almost come to expect at this point. Yanking her hair there is Rosemary as this brawl, and that's all that it can be called, continues on here. Paige kicks her way free, and look at this now. She's going into the crowd. The fight continues on here, but now in the Buffalo crowd. These two women are far from done with one another. Paige sent the warning with words last week, and now she is using her fists to send a true message. These two women are going to brawl all the way to the back here, so it seems. A big backdrop on nothing but concrete for the Raw Women's Champion to endure. The women's match is well and truly off the card here tonight, but things, it seems, have only just got started between these two women. The war to end this between these two women seems to be set down the line, but as for tonight, things have only just gotten started. Well, this is a surprise. I don't know where the hell he came from, but Mordecai stands in the ring as Rosemary and Paige are separated up on the up by the ramp. Mordecai in the ring to speak about the Brood, to speak about how great it is to have their cusp on Raw, and to show just how much he enjoys being on top. Because remember, when it comes to the Brood, they do not serve themselves, they do not serve Raw, and they do not serve any of these peons in the crowd. They serve Mordecai and Mordecai alone. Any challenger can step to that curtain whenever they want, but the message remains true. Only one stands tall, and that is Mordecai. The leader of the Brood, almost rubbing in everything that's happened over these last few weeks and reminding everyone just where those champions stand, and that is underneath Mordecai. I would say that maybe we'll get a breath of fresh air, but we ain't. Let's be honest, it's the main event. It is time for everything to come together. It is time for a huge meeting of the minds, and a meeting of fists, and a meeting that is going to be all about brawling with one another to settle a score that is only, let's be honest, no score is going to be settled. If anything, that score will be continued on even further. Adam Cole and Jinder Mahal is the real talking point of this one, but there is a third party involved that has something to do with it all. He wants to get himself involved, and he wants to believe, and he believes rather, that he should be the World Heavyweight Champion, neither of his opponents. Adam Cole here tonight, lost last week to Triple H due to the interference of Jinder Mahal, and now here tonight has a method of revenge for both men. He can get his hands on both Triple H and Jinder Mahal here. But what is going to be going through the mind of Adam Cole? Will he be so distracted by Jinder Mahal? But will it let him get the best of him and allow this man to sneak in with a huge win? Triple H already has one win over Adam Cole, but here tonight, could he get it with no arguments whatsoever? Because in a triple threat match, you should have your eyes on your opponent at all times, and if Adam Cole doesn't have his eye on Triple H, that could well be a huge mistake that he could make, and it could allow the game to go to the Royal Rumble to challenge for the world title, not Adam Cole. All Triple H needs to do here, I think, to cement his place in the Rumble is just win. Doesn't matter who he pins Cole or pins Jinder. He is going to the Royal Rumble, I believe. But this is a match that Triple H can't afford to lose. He needs this win, no matter what. If he wants to go to the Royal Rumble, if he wants to make his claim to be true, that he is the game, that he is the best at what he does for a reason, well, he needs to win here tonight. He shares the ring with two world champions. He shares the ring with two of Raw's biggest names right now. And here tonight, he is looking to make sure that he is on the road to the Royal Rumble. He is looking to make sure that the only way Adam Cole is going to be getting getting a shot at the world title is not through sympathy or through a rematch clause, but rather through, simply put, having to outlast 29 other men in the Royal Rumble. That is Triple H's MO here tonight. And of course, at the Royal Rumble, his MO will be the same. The game will hunt, the game will punish, and the cerebral assassin will finish off Jinder Mahal, finish off his reign, and head into the rest of the year as the World Heavyweight Champion. And you know what, from everyone in this matchup, this is without a doubt the one who I want to win the most. I have no respect for Jinder Mahal. Adam Cole has burnt down a bridge that he will not be able to repair with myself or any member of the Bullet Club. Triple H is the only one in this matchup who I have any thought or any sympathy towards. I believe Triple H for far too long has been overlooked, and tonight the game is on his road to becoming the world champion. That, of course, for now, is held by this man. His first match since winning that belt at Armageddon, Jinder Mahal, is here. Wow. What a thing to just sit back and think right now. In whatever it was, in June, Jinder Mahal, well, he wasn't here. He comes back at Money in the Bank. He wins the Money in the Bank briefcase. And now we are into 2018, with Jinder Mahal as the World Heavyweight Champion. I don't know what to say. Just the thought of that astounds me, that Jinder Mahal, out of everyone on the Raw roster, is the World Champion. That this man here is the face of this brand. Not Triple H, not Adam Cole, not Daniel Bryan, not Tyler Breeze, not anyone from the Brood. Jinder Mahal. Well, we've seen him hold his own in some matches before, but this is his first big match, I believe, in the spotlight. How can he handle it when he's in the ring with two of the greats? Because even though I have no respect for Adam Cole, I can admit within that ring, he is an incredible athlete. And look at this. It only took a few minutes for things to get underway between these two men. I had a bit of a stutter there and I sounded like I was fucking in an open microphone theater or something. But here we go. Triple H almost just playing passenger right now, as Adam Cole is stomping the shit out of Jinder Mahal. He has waited for so long to get his hands on him. But as I said, do not take your eyes off of this man. And Triple H makes him pay for doing that for even a second. The game flattens Adam Cole and now looks to go after Jinder. Holy cow. Agility there by Jinder to pull off that reversal. STO, and Triple H goes to the outside, leaving these two men alone. What a wheelbarrow German suplex there by Jinder. And here we go now. These two men will lock horns. Triple H, they're recovering on the outside already. Misses the splash there, and Triple H gets a bit of revenge, putting the boot to Jinder for a moment there. And dropping him on his back. Adam Cole now being torn apart. And look at the world champ there up on the second rope, taking a moment to gloat everything in. Adam Cole doesn't like the sound of that one. Holy hell, German suplex. And he sent him on his way there. Stun gun though, hung out to dry on the ropes as Adam Cole. And now it's Cole's turn to retreat to the outside, leaving Triple H alone with the world champion. As I said, all that Triple H needs to do in this one is just pin someone. He just needs to win, and he is going to the Royal Rumble. He is going to challenge for that world title. If Jinder wins, then I really don't know what to make of this situation. If Jinder pins Cole, then maybe Triple H still has a lifeline to hang on to, but if Cole pins Jinder, well, if you pin the champion, you kind of automatically become the number one contender. So, Triple H, if you could pin Jinder, that would be great. Into the turnbuckle, there goes Adam Cole, face first no less now, as Jinder Mahal continues to go to work here, trying to show his ability in the big time, and Triple H is feeling a little bit confident right now, but Jinder makes him pay. What a knee there by Jinder, who looks to set up for the Colossus here. Adam Cole though, the lifeline that saved Triple H there. Super kick by Cole, and now Jinder and Triple H all stuck in one another there. Jinder retreats to the outside. And we continue this match on now with Cole and Triple H, a continuation of last week's matchup. Triple H now, DDT to Cole as the world champ looks to try and recover. Cole even retreating to the outside, leaving Jinder all alone. Leaving Triple H all alone in the ring. This one's broken down now to the outside. Triple H, pile driver to Cole on the thin padding. And now what do we see here? We'll see Triple H taking Jinder back into the ring. The game is set to walk out the winner this one. Go on, Triple H. Give Jinder Mahal all you've got. Prove that you deserve to be the number one contender without a shadow of a doubt. Jinder recovers. Went for the chop, but Triple H countered it. Spine buster by the game. Just what I wanted to see. And finally, Adam Cole back up to his feet on the outside here. Jinder Mahal looking for the suplex. Triple H counters it. Triple H with a neck breaker, and Jinder goes down. For a second there, I thought it was going to be the pedigree. Great reversal there by Triple H to Adam Cole. Caught him with the knee. And he's going to flip over here into the cover. Will it be victory over Adam Cole? It will not. Jinder still trying to recover on the outside, and once again, Cole retreating to the outside here. Triple H, I have to say, in my eyes, has been the dominant force in this matchup. He has led where this match has gone, and he has left his mark on both his opponents. Jinder there with a clubbing blow as Adam Cole is still stuck in the turnbuckle here. Jinder going after Triple H. Even the world champion isn't interested in Adam Cole. He's too occupied with the thought of trying to beat Triple H here, and he could do it right now. Triple H in trouble. Triple H really in trouble. The full Nelson slam by Jinder. I'm surprised he went for that one, but into the cover he goes. Triple H kicks out at 2, and Adam Cole is still unresponsive in the turnbuckle. There you go, I just have to say his name, I guess, and he came back to life. DDT there by Cole. And once again, Jinder rolls to the outside. All the men in this matchup have kind of retreated to the outside in their own due diligence. And look at this now, big backdrop there by Triple H, trapped the arm in, so there was no way Adam Cole was getting himself out of it. Trips into the cover, Jinder rushes up to his feet, rushing back into the ring, but almost nothing to worry about, as Cole kicked out early there. And now as all three men converge into the ring here, this is going to be a big ending. Triple H in position. Triple H! Pedigree to Jinder! Pedigree to Jinder! The game could be closing in on his path to the Rumble, but Adam Cole ain't going to let him. Cole is trying to make sure he does anything to get the win. Triple H retreats to the outside. Super kick! Super kick by Cole! He could get the revenge he was looking for from Armageddon. The Panama Sunrise by Adam Cole. Jinder Mahal just been hit with everything. In the blink of an eye, Jinder Mahal could well be seeing his #1 contender. Into the cover goes Cole, and with 1, 2, 3, Adam Cole beats Jinder Mahal. He pinned him. Triple H, a 1/10 of a second too late. Adam Cole just extracted a measure, a 1/10 of a revenge over the World Heavyweight Champion. But there was no way you can deny that Adam Cole here tonight went in with the intent to beat Jinder Mahal, and that's just what he got. Triple H with the assist, but I don't think it's enough for the game to say he deserves a match against the World Champion. I think it is set in stone, and I think it is pretty obvious now what is going to happen at the Royal Rumble. Be prepared, because I think Adam Cole and Jinder Mahal are on the verge of squaring off for that world title. Is Jinder's days numbered already? Will the modern day Maharaja be dethroned? And will Adam Cole reign in a new era on Raw? We are going to find out, I believe, at the Royal Rumble. It just awaits the confirmation of the Raw General Manager. That'll end this episode of Universe. Thank you guys for watching. Take care, guys. And ta-ra.